Alright, and we're back. This episode is going to be about the exploring the map, looking for the Cyrus Pinckney, uh, Cyrus Pinckney plaques and anarchy tags. Getting that flying around my face. I'm gonna go mute so I can figure out where these are, because I'm not about to go explore the city looking for them. So I'll be right back.
You will never defeat me! Finally a fight! You don't think you'll win, do you? No jail can contain me.
Hostile assignment incoming. Keep this channel open.
Alrighty. Let's go take out these fools.
Just what I was looking for. This ain't working out! You're gonna get hurt! What you got for me, huh? Where'd he go? Hey, what happened? Oh, where you go? Welcome to the party. Where'd he go? Just like that. Come on. He won't win. End of the road, you bastard! Look at what I found! Now I win. Who is this guy? How long can you keep this up? He can't be all together. Put your backs into it. Where I fall, others will
Move,
rise!
darn it.
Not bad for an American. I should have stayed in Santa Prisca.
Yeah, should have. Hurts.
Found him. Take that freak out. Ambush! I'll find you.
But would you look at that? I would never forget this ever. Oh, Gotham Cathedral. That's not the right one. Is it? Pioneer statue. Accessible Mall. Pinckney. Scandinavian settlers arrived on these islands in the mid-1600s. That's a long time ago. And they were through harsh winters to build the foundations of Gotham City. There are many tales about what these settlers endured, from encounters with mystical beings to fights over Native American burial grounds. Much of Gotham's early history has been garnered through folklore passed down orally during those first trying years. Eventually, the British took over the settlement. Cyrus Pinckney and Solomon Wayne sought to construct Gotham that was a fortress against evil and corruption. Cyrus also drew up the story of these pioneers who persevered against all manner of hardships. stayed true to their vision of making a life for themselves in a new world. Solomon saw their plight as an allegory for his own religious experience.
February the 7th, 1852. I have met the most extraordinary young man by the name of Amadeus Arkham. Though still just a student, he exhibits an intelligence unmatched by even Gotham's most learned. He is possessed with a kind heart as well, and seeks to help those who all others have abandoned. Rehabilitation instead of incarceration. It is the most progressive notion, and one that few of his peers support, but I believe. And so, I shall provide him with plans for the greatest asylum the world has ever known.
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, I'm going again.
Attention all units, we need everyone on assignment. No 10-10s until further notice.
Gotham Rail. Pinckney. From a business perspective, construction of the rail yard was one of Henry Cobblepot's smartest projects. Nearly all goods flowing in and out, into and out of Gotham by sea went through the yard. Control of the yard was one of the main reasons for Cobblepot's economic success. Cyrus assisted this project in favor of other, more artistic and civic structures, but Cobblepot insisted that, as the industrial heart of Gotham, the rail yard was of supreme importance. He refused his financial backing of other projects until Cyrus and Solomon finally agreed to his terms. The rail yard still sees plenty of port traffic, but accusations of corruption abound and most consider the yard a dangerous place, frequently frequented by gangsters and other unsavory elements. The yard was recently purchased by Amertech, a global shipping and logistics. I am an idiot. A global shipping logistics firm.
February the 7th, August the April the 3rd, 1853. I am sorry, Solomon, to have gone behind your back, to have bargained with the devil. But the accounts have run dry and our work is but half begun. I had no choice but to approach Henry Cobblepot. The others would contribute no more. He consented to my request, though I fear it will come at a great cost. For now, he says I owe him nothing. But how long until I do?
Interesting.
Hey, freak! Come over here! I see it! I see it! I see him! Get your asses over here! Ah!
Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. The wrong GCR tower. Guys, don't shoot at me. I'm not going for you. You got me to punch you. That's why you love pain. You have that kind of pain. I didn't think so. Just stop shooting me. These guys are I'll hit him.
Hey, I want to see this! You're nothing but trash! Keep after it! Don't let him get...
where is it? Oh, it's this one. I already have this one. Alrighty, well, let's move on to the next.
I got multiple calls available. Sending them out in priority order.
I'm blind for this one. Pioneer's Bridge, Pinckney. When Solomon Wayne proposed building a bridge off the southern end of the island, even Cyrus was shocked. At the time, there were a few settlements south of the city, save for Wayne Manor, which was still under construction. City council called it a bridge to nowhere, and yet Solomon persisted and used his considerable influence to get the permits he required. The concept of building this bridge was so ludicrous, even Solomon's arch-rival Henry Cobalt gave it his approval. Cyrus convinced Solomon to make this bridge a historic monument to the Scandinavian pioneers who first founded the city and adorned the bridge with massive statues depicting the hardship those first settlers endured in this new world. In the end, Solomon's vision was validated. The bridge made new land accessible and business thrive in the south end of town. New Gotham saw rapid growth, became the home of the Gotham rail yards, and soon became the industrial and financial heart of the thriving city.
December the 22nd, 1854. I fear I am not long for the world. Henry Cobblepot finally came to collect, and I refused. He wishes to open a munitions factory inside the city. This is not part of the plan, and it works against everything we've accomplished, to say nothing of the danger to Gotham's citizens. I went to the mayor and begged him to introduce a bill banning the endeavor. Thankfully, he agreed, but I'm sure to be punished for my betrayal. It's only a matter of how and when.
Alright, where to next?
It's the bat!
All units, if you are 1010, please report in for potential assignments.
Interesting, so...
Wait a second! That's the bat! There's the guy! How's he doing that? Get a load of me! So sweet! Barely a handful. That's what I'm talking about! Oh! Let's take him out! Take your time. You'll get what's coming to you eventually. Turn around and walk away. I don't want to
Door back here. It's back here, right? There's a door down here behind us. No, I was wondering where it was. Not here. Here. Because there was a data pack here. Just take a second to look around. Look at this place. Let's say family. Does not say. Is that say family? Is that cursive? Yeah, is that a capital F in cursive? Family, fighting, madness. Family fighting madness. Weeping Angel. Demon Baby. See, that's a demon baby. Even got not. That's a demon baby. That's a human skull. That's the wrong button. That is a weeping angel. Literally. He's gonna come. These things are gonna come alive and try and take me out. Here's their candles. Get more skulls. What? Who are all these people? All these skulls. That's a weeping baby. Another weeping angel. Another weeping angel. That's a weeping angel. Baby. You know, from the one episode of Doctor Who. That's a knight.
January the 14th, 1855. My God, it worked! Amadeus truly is a genius. Oh, you've come this far, dear reader. Allow me to explain. I learned Cobblepot intended to poison me, and so we endeavored to replace his tainted wine with one of our own creation, as expected. I choked, I sputtered, and then, I passed. But it was not poison I consumed, rather something made by Amadeus. His concoction enabled me to enter a soporific state so profound that even to the keenest of physicians, I appeared a corpse. Yet here I am, resurrected. And now I will have my revenge. Henry Cobblepot will pay for what he's done.
An interesting turn. In trying to solve one murder, you've discovered the origins of another.
Henry Cobblepot.
Yes. City records say it was an automobile accident that killed him, not long after Cyrus's supposed passing. But now we know the truth. He was murdered by the man he thought he killed.
What about Pinkney?
It appears that's a mystery that must endure a while longer.
I don't know what happened to Cyrus Pinkney. He became Solomon Grundy. I believe it.
January the 14th, 1855. My God, it worked!
Yeah, we just listened to that. Look at Cyrus Pinkney. Cyrus Pinkney. January 12th, 1815. January 11th? No, January 12th, 1815 to January 11th, 1855. So that's about 40 years. Here lies Cyrus Pinkney, the visionary architect who raised this fair city from its humble origins to greatness. Who knows to what greater feats he could have accomplished had he not perished at the peak of his talents. Gotham and the world are made poor by his untimely demise. The people of Gotham honor our favorite son with this monument to his work and offer the thanks of a grateful city. We all know. I know what happened to him. He becomes Solomon Grundy. Still got a lot of locations to find out. Location reward for running that night costume. Yeah, all these things. Right. solving that mystery, we also solved another mystery. What this door led to. Now we know. Now we know. Then move on to the lineup. Let's actually listen to his
January the 13th, 1855. The moment of my death approaches, and there is naught I might do to stop it. I dared dream of greatness, but in the process, I forgot that such ambition oft demands a heavy price. Still, I pay it gladly. For knowing that Gotham has become a city whose magnificence will echo across the ages. But its origins must not be forgotten. And so, I have scattered my journal across the city, placing pages where I believe they shall endure. Find them, read them, then share what lies within. For though the truth may not be so beautiful as the legend, it is necessary all the same. April the 22nd, 1846. Our recent financial troubles have forced us into business with one Henry Cobblepot, a print magnate of questionable repute. The man cares little for me and my base station, as he put it. And so, the negotiations are left to Solomon. But I fear his idealism shall lead us down a treacherous road, for Cobblepot is a sneak, and surely his sweet words mask a nefarious intent. August the 11th, 1851. I fear I've angered Henry Cobblepot, but he sought to build over the last remaining vestige of the original Gotham, and I could not allow it. Solomon and I went before the mayor and bade him support us. Henry was opposed, insisting his work was necessary for Gotham's financial security. I think it's more to do with his own. Solomon Wayne's hotel put Cobblepot's out of business. I do wonder if Mr. Wayne erred in opening that place. But what's done is done. February the 7th, 1852. I have met the most extraordinary young man by the name of Amadeus Arkham. Though still just a student, he exhibits an intelligence unmatched by even Gotham's most learned. He is possessed with a kind heart as well, and seeks to help those who all others have abandoned. Rehabilitation instead of incarceration. It is the most progressive notion, and one that few of his peers support, but I believe. And so, I shall provide him with plans for the greatest asylum the world has ever known. April the 3rd, 1853. I am sorry, Solomon, to have gone behind your back, to have bargained with the devil. But the accounts have run dry, and our work has but half begun. I had no choice but to approach Henry Cobblepot. The others would contribute no more. He consented to my request, though I fear it will come at a great cost. For now, he says I owe him nothing. But how long until I do? December the 22nd, 1854. I fear I am not long for the world. Henry Cobblepot finally came to collect, and I refused. He wishes to open a munitions factory inside the city. This is not part of the plan, and it works against everything we've accomplished, to say nothing of the danger to Gotham's citizens. I went to the mayor and begged him to introduce a bill banning the endeavor. Thankfully, he agreed, but I'm sure to be punished for my betrayal. It's only a matter of how and when. January the 11th, 1855. I've accepted the invitation, knowing it means my death. Henry Cobblepot claims it's merely a party to celebrate my 40th birthday. He insists that he's forgiven my past transgressions, turned over a new leaf, as it were. But I know better. With me gone, he will use his wily charms to see the law changed and his factory built. Already there are rumors that his son, Theodore, intends to run for mayor. Victory is all but assured. I will hide this journal of mine in the hopes that someday it might be found. To go public now, before my work is done, would put it all at risk. It must wait. But I hope in time, my words are brought to light. January the 14th, 1855. My God, it worked! Amadeus truly is a genius. Oh, you've come this far, dear reader. Allow me to explain. I learned Cobblepot intended to poison me, and so we endeavored to replace his tainted wine with one of our own creation. As expected, I choked, I sputtered, and then, I passed. But it was not poison I consumed, rather something made by Amadeus. His concoction enabled me to enter a soporific state so profound that even to the keenest of physicians, I appeared a corpse. Yet here I am, resurrected. And now I will have my revenge. Henry Cobblepot will pay for what he's done.
Okay.
No! It's that fat freak!
I got multiple calls available. Sending them out in priority order.
There's a fight! Let's go join the party! Going
Furniture company. Anarchy. The furniture company. A global conglomerate of user-assembled furnishing distributors. Globalization means that people must compete for wages with all markets, including those that force children to labor. The right-wing pundits wonder why we are not competitive, why the middle class is evaporating, why would a furniture company pay an honest wage to a skilled worker to make a quality product when they can pay mere pennies to a child to make a product of less quality? But which consumers will buy because they have no choice? Yes, disposable furniture from disposable people, and you can throw them both away for a new model every few years. That's business. Okay. Alright. Soda coda. Soda coda? Soda cola. Anarchy. A refreshing beverage? Oh yes. And don't forget to wash it down with obesity and diabetes. This corporation ran advertisements in the 70s that read, if sugar makes you fat, then why are so many kids thin? Believe it, they promoted the natural goodness of sugar that gives the consumer a sense of satisfaction and well-being. They left out what it does to your teeth, your health, and its addictive effects on your brain. They actually want you to believe that sugar is good for you. Big tobacco lied to us. Do you think big sugar is any different? Open your eyes to what you're really consuming. Corporate feces. This is America. We do eat a lot of sugar. And salt, and cholesterol, and a lot of other stuff. What do you expect? Kind of how we are. Interesting. We make industrial solvents and lubricants to move the machinery of our industrialized society. That's a fitting slogan for a company from 50 years ago. Today, our industrial centers are collapsing, left abandoned in the wake of the mass exodus for their businesses to to foreign shores. Thank you, globalization, for opening up new markets for our multinational to sell our American-made products. Unfortunately, those products are no longer made by American workers. American workers are laid off from their jobs, laden with debt, and then made homeless when the bankers foreclose on the homes they can no longer afford. And how are they rewarded? They are called lazy, delinquent moochers by the people who have sent their jobs overseas. When we come for them, they will run for those same shores to escape our wrath. But like the multinational corporation, the worker knows no border, for we are everywhere.
I got multiple calls available. Sending them out in priority order.
See, Lacey Towers. Voltaire says that the comfort of the rich depends on the abundance of the poor. That's true, then the residents of Lacey Towers are very, very comfortable. It's a home of I don't know how you say that, capitalists and criminals. Most of these suites are empty, but do you know why? Because their owners live in mansions all over this country. They keep these condos for friends, for entertainment, for a place to stay on the odd time they visit our fair city. There are people in the alleys around this building that sleep in paper boxes, and these bourgeois bastards can afford to spend millions on luxury condos that they don't even need. What have they done that is so deserving of this affluence that they may live in such sick opulence, while those of us who slave under them must beg for their charity to feed ourselves? We will tear them down while they scream of their superiority. Sorry if I sound like a robot reading that. I'm reading a little too fast for even myself. GCPD, New Gotham Precinct, Anarchy. Corporate interests from our government and their enforcers live here. These men and women are workers sworn to protect the weak and innocent, and yet we stand against their corruption, and when we peacefully speak out against corporations bulldozing over commons, illegally searching us without cause, they answer us with riot gear, with shields, batons, and tear gas. Then, when peaceful protest is met with violence, we will match their violence tenfold, and these traitors to democracy and freedom, these tramplers of the rights our forefathers fought and died for, these automatons of the corrupt state will finally have their eyes open to the truth. Gotham City Royal Hotel Anarchy. This is a long one. This hotel serves as a playground for our corporate masters where one night stay costs more than the average worker brings home in a month. They must feel like if they raise themselves up high enough, they will escape our anger. Or perhaps they think that the stench of the street will not reach them in their lofty rooms. They look down on us, but we will rise up and tear them down. This den of iniquity, the elite have been caught in sex, drugs, drug and racketeering scandals. Over the hotel's history, no fewer than 17 city councilors, 3 mayors, 8 senators, and a governor have been caught in some kind of criminal activity. But you won't hear about this in the daily because the elite have servants bribed to cover up scandals and dumb bodies, and you wonder why the royal tolerates all that mob activity. The man on the street caught illicit narcotics goes away for 5, 10, 20 years, but the city councilor caught with 2 dead and strippers gets a reelection. Well, that makes him mayor. And the 2 girls, they get a burial at sea and their names wiped from history. Can't bring those girls back, but we can send them to some company. Right.
Potential assignment incoming. Keep this channel open.
Gotham citizens, this is not a test. An emergency curfew has been imposed. All citizens are instructed to remain indoors until the curfew is lifted.
Hamilton Hill. And our dutiful mayor, Hamilton Hill, made his money in insurance that is by making promises to pay people when they were in need, and then making excuses not to pay them at all. And yet he is not rendered a thief, a fraudster. No, he's elected mayor. Now he's free to raid our city coffers to pay for whatever projects his masters deem worthy. Masters like Rupert Thorne. And he thinks that people are not watching. We know what he did with those 2 girls to Gotham Royal, and we will bring it into the light for all to see. Does Anarchy have something against these people? Like, does he have like a serious grudge? Seriously. Gotham City Daily. The Daily was once a voice for truth and reporting, now it's a corporatist, fastest rag filled with lies about our city. The irony of a newspaper attacking the free press is almost too much to swallow. Yet, when we all knew that Hamilton Hill's mayoral election was rigged, the Daily defended him. When a pacifist group exposed police infiltration into their ranks, the Daily labeled them a group of terrorists. When Trident Labs dumped enough pesticides into the Gotham River turned to Bay Pink, the Daily blamed algae blooms. As the assault on our civil liberties continues, the Daily doesn't remain silent. They voice their support. But our voices will drown theirs out. Print is dead.
I need any unassigned unit for special assignment. Stand by. got a call of a violent crime. Still waiting on location details.
guys escaped from Blackgate. So, people have been escaping from that place all night. Nah, this is different. These guys are like the worst of the worst. Serial killers, arsonists, that kind of stuff. Great. Like we ain't had enough to deal with tonight. Now we gotta watch out for psychos.
All units, getting calls about a disturbance. Stand by for location. All units, if you are 1010, please report in for potential assignment.
Master Bruce.
Any luck digging up dirt on Enigma?
I'm afraid not. He's very good, sir. Too good, perhaps.
Don't sell yourself short, Alfred.
I'm only being realistic. Listen, disable more of his towers and I can locate him. Then we won't have to search for information. He'll give it to you himself.
I'm on it.
Sir, if I might,
What is it, Alfred?
you may wish to curb your, shall we say, evening dalliances.
Oh?
I wouldn't like you to develop a, well, a reputation, Master Bruce.
A little late for that.
Better later than never, no? That Vicky Vale is quite the troublemaker. Perhaps someone should do a report on her. Since when did masks become de rigueur for aspiring crime lords? Well, this is turning out to be quite the Christmas Eve, isn't it? Since when did masks become de rigueur for aspiring crime lords? Since when did masks become de rigueur for aspiring crime lords?